I think Liberal MP Katie Allen speaks for all of us when she says...
Good morning. It's been a pretty big week in politics this week.
Tuesday. It's only Tuesday. But yeah, it's already been a dramatic soap opera of a week. Yesterday on The Dumb and the Reckless.
The Prime Minister is weak.
What the hell happened to my body, my choice?
It's called being a goddamn bloody adult.
On today's episode, a new character joins the cast. Coalition backbencher George Christensen adding his voice to the chorus of rogue pollies holding unrelated government legislation hostage over state vaccine mandates. Christensen says until federal action is taken against vaccine discrimination, he'll be voting with his conscience rather than the government. Fellow coalition rebel Gerard Rennick too standing his ground on the issue.
Are you willing to risk a constitutional crisis over this issue?
Well, I don't think it's a constitutional crisis. I think it's a humanitarian crisis.
The fight for us is not over.
Stupid ass bitch!
Many of my colleagues in the Liberal National Party don't want to see a free Australia disappear.
But what we're seeing here in Parliament House today is a government that's falling apart. In Parliament, nothing is happening. Nothing except chaos.
Did somebody say chaos?
A baby born on that day that the Prime Minister promised us an integrity commission would now be nearly 3 years old. That baby's made more progress in 1,000 days than the Liberal Party have on their own bill.
Jackie Lambie again playing a starring role today as she unleashed over the government's failure to deliver its promised National Integrity Commission.
Australian people are looking at you. They're sick of your lies. You do not deliver. You are finished in the next election. You're gone, I can tell you. You're finished in Tasmania.
Tomorrow, stay tuned as the drama continues and our plucky heroine succinctly summarises the state of politics in this country.
That is where we're at. Shameful. Shameful.
It's a guilty pleasure, but I just can't stop watching. When Parliament descends into drama, Guardian political reporter Amy Ramakis is never far away and she joins us now. Amy, the numbers in the House of Reps, the lower house, is really very tight. So George Christensen joining this Rebel Alliance, Pete, it's a Star Wars reference. Oh. Are you impressed? Yes. Yeah. Him joining that seems like it could have really quite serious consequences. What could happen there?
Well, George Christensen has threatened to cross the floor many times in the past, and I think we're yet to see him actually do it. And he's put his own caveats into what he's going to do as part of this rebel alliance, as you call it, which is he's going to vote on his conscience when it comes to each piece of legislation that comes up. I don't think we're going to see George Christensen's conscience see him side with either Labor or the Greens on any particular issue.
Amy, we've got to talk about this. For the second time in 2 days, I'm going to say it, Jackie Lambie. Oh, my goodness, Jackie Lambie. She went off today. I've got to say, when she did the "you're finished in Tasmania," I took it as a personal attack. I did a show in Tasmania for 7 years. Anyway, I shouldn't make it about me. But personally, I've watched these speeches and I love the passion. I'm into it. But is she on a mission?
Jackie Lambie is very angry at the moment, and an angry Jackie Lambie is a good Jackie Lambie because the last couple of days have shown us exactly how powerful she can be when she does have her goat up. Is she on the mission at the moment? Well, she does feel very strongly about the vaccines and the public health messaging and what she's seen happened in Tasmania, and she feels very strongly about what she sees some of these rebels trying to do to destroy that. So I think we're going to see a little bit more from Jackie Lambie in the next couple of days, particularly as her and One Nation start to duke it out pretty much every day of the week.
Amy, Jackie Lambie's mobile phone number was posted on social media by One Nation Canada and then reposted by Malcolm Roberts. What's been the response?
As you would expect, there's not a lot of people who are overly happy that a sitting senator's a mobile phone has been publicly posted. She says that she's had a lot of abuse. She's had to change her number. We all got a media alert this afternoon basically saying here is the new media contact for Jackie Lambie, because they've had to go through pretty much the entire office and change everything. This is something that there is a unity ticket for the government and Labor on, that this should not go on. Jackie Lambie was quite upset. She said it's about the safety of her staff and her family and her friends as well as herself. One Nation haven't apologised. They've basically just gone, oh, well, we got the number from your own Facebook and a candidate posted it. We've told them to take it down. But this is not going to be the end. Those two parties are going to duke it out every single day until the election.
So could there be repercussions for that?
I don't see how there could be repercussions for that because there's actually no law against it. So there's no way for them to actually stop these sort of things from happening. Parliamentarians rely on the respect of the office and confidentiality from their colleagues, so this sort of stuff doesn't happen. So it's dirty politics, and I don't think there's going to be anyone who's going to be able to excuse something like this happening.
God, you forget that respect is part of it all, don't you? It's hard to remember that sometimes, Amy.
It's because we see it so very, very rarely.
Thanks as always.
Thank you.